Smorgasbord Radio. Well, surprise, we're back. Happy Halloween, everybody.
I just got a chill down my spine.
Who is that? I hear a voice. Is that you, Allie?
It's the wind. Hey, it's good to be back.
Hey, it's good to have you back. It's been a long time since you were in the back in the lair.
Yeah.
I
don't remember when I was last here.
It might have been before your wedding. No, actually,
No,
you and Thomas came down here for New Year's Day. We did something.
Oh, and we critiqued dating culture of today.
That might have been back on that show.
I think that was just me.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You did come back by yourself. Okay, but it was earlier this year.
There's been a couple times this year, but it does feel like it's been a while. But I've been a loyal listener, so.
Thank you. That's who's downloading us. I was wondering who that was.
Yes, on all of my dozens of devices. That's they're all me.
This is the Smorgasbord Radio Show. This is just a bonus episode. This is a throwaway episode. Not to say that you're just a throwaway, Ellie, but Jerry and I did a episode last week for we talked about TikTok trends, and we thought it would have been great if you had been here for it because you would have a lot to say about that culture. Not that you're in it, but I think you have you're very good. You have insight.
Well, I observe from the sidelines, but I would like to say that I'm not immersed in it.
Well, let's bring back the conspiracy correspondent, the chief conspiracy correspondent. Sorry, I demoted you. The CCC, Jerome Malauskas, is here. Also.
Look what the cat dragged in. The black cat dragged in.
Could you close the door? It's drafty in here. No. Hello, everyone.
Well, anyway, I thought we would just bring Allie in here. Maybe we could just pick up just a little bit about what we were talking about. So we were talking about all the major challenges, and I'm sure you've heard of them. Have you heard of the NyQuil chicken?
Me?
Yeah.
That one must have slipped past my radar. I do not know of the NyQuil chicken.
Sorry.
Is this is something? It's a TikTok trend?
Yeah, I threw away the show notes because we thought the show was over.
It's under all the beer bottles.
Yeah, exactly. So we're not really prepared here. Here we go. See how many of these you remember. The NyQuil chicken, that's when you just make chicken in what NyQuil.
Oh, maybe I've heard of that.
The penny challenge.
That I don't know.
Sliding a penny down the wall and if you had a charging socket like your iPhone plug and you just have it slightly exposed so you've got the metal prongs and they just let the penny fall there and then they create sparks.
Oh, that sounds like a good activity.
Yeah.
See, I know of the there's a challenge where you stand against the wall and somebody has a $1 bill or a $20 bill, whatever, that they're holding up against the wall, like right above your head. And then they say 1, 2, 3, and they let the $1 bill slide down the wall, and then you're supposed to stop it with your forehead. And if you can get it, then you win the money. That sounds like a safer choice of activity.
Yeah.
But yeah, the penny challenge, that one, I must be kind of out of it. I don't know that one.
You heard of the blackout challenge? That was an obvious one.
Yeah.
Milk crate challenge. The Benadryl challenge.
Wait, milk crate challenge. Was that something? There was something years ago where people were going into supermarkets and taking a couple of gallons of milk and then pretending to wipe out, and then what they do is they flail the milk around, they throw the jugs, and then it makes a mess in the aisles at the grocery store. Yes. Is that the same thing, or
no? This is just people stacking milk crates.
Oh, and then walking across.
And then they fall and they.
Yeah, I remember when that one was big. That was a couple years ago.
And Jerry and I were talking about this. I actually find those amusing because it's kind of like those fail videos where you just watch people hurt themselves and do stupid things. It's kind of funny.
That's like nostalgic entertainment.
Some of them look really painful though.
Well, they got them. They made that decision, so.
Karma train. Woo.
Yeah. Well, then also the ones with the lighters where they start off, I don't know, dressed like a slob, and then they flick the lighter, and then they're all like dolled up. And
that's
everything.
Taking advantage of the TikTok transition, or like where you can edit it to. That was a thing on Vine too. I like to think that TikTok is piggybacking off of Vine because
Well, yeah, I mean that's where it started originally.
right. So a lot of those kind of like cleverly edited things came from Vine, and then people do it on TikTok now.
Yeah. But that one with the lighter, like this one celebrity that was doing it, set her hair on fire. So,
Oh, great.
so we're talking about all the things that went wrong with those.
Gotcha.
Things. So anyway, we were just talking about that was, we didn't really have anything that we grew up with where we felt like we had to do.
Was flatlining a thing was that popular when you were teens?
Flatlining. I mean, choking. You try and choke yourself.
Trying to like, we saw that movie. I forgot they
I don't know. I thought that was a thing that,
they were like close to death, and then you bring them back.
or even just, I mean, yeah, the choking or
Yeah.
hanging from the garage door, and then your friend like closes they hit the button when you signal to them.
Yeah.
No, that never even crossed my mind back then. No.
Nah.
You see, when we were growing up, we didn't have any kind of social media.
Yeah, I thought that there was a movie that came out a while ago called Flatliners,
Flatliner,
and
yeah.
it took place in the 70s.
Oh, did it?
I thought, unless
Is that the one with Kiefer Sutherland was in that movie?
You might be right.
it was an older movie.
Yeah, I thought that was more a 90s movie.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but it took place maybe.
Yeah, I don't know because I wasn't. But yeah, I know there was a book that came out in the 70s that was very prominent. Talked about
1990.
Yeah.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, but it talked about, the near-death experience. It was called Life After Life by a guy named Dr. Raymond Moody. So maybe it might have inspired that sort of thing.
Oh, look at this. Julia Roberts, Oliver Platt, Kevin Bacon.
So it actually had some like names.
Yeah.
William
of course,
Baldwin, one of the uglier Baldwins.
Of course, Julia Roberts, this was before Pretty Woman. It was like a year or two before. So,
Like as in Alec Baldwin, like related to Alec Baldwin?
yeah.
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 I was going to say the bar's not very high if we're talking about attractive Baldwins.
What are you saying? Alex, a stud.
So we were wanted to talk a little bit about, I think, this witch culture.
Yes.
What do you know
Witch
about
culture?
Witch talk?
This? Yeah. What do you know about this?
Well, I think things are a lot of things in culture. I mean, there's a lot of trends, a lot of things that start on TikTok that then become popular in today's youth. So I know that there's kind of a side of TikTok where witchcraft is kind of glamorized, and it I don't know, and then you see it kind of spread more to the public where you can go to stores and see like witch kits for kids or like sage kits or that kind of thing where you're like they it's like herbs you can put together and,
right.
and or like spell books so you see on the shelves at Target, that kind of stuff. And so it's like it's kind of this glamorized thing, and I think TikTok has made that kind of big where I don't know, I know that people do like the tarot card reading on TikTok, and people do TikTok live and they read things for you, or they might have like their altar displayed and show all their, I don't know, their candles lit and crystals and all that kind of stuff. So I feel like it's like because it's these short videos and little bursts of it, and you're just scrolling and scrolling, and then of course the more you view that, then the algorithm shows you more of those videos, and so it's just made to look cool and edgy, and I don't know, I think it ties in with I think it ties in a little bit of like be tolerant of all religions,
Yeah. That reminds me of that movie that came out in the 90s about these three girls who were
Hocus Pocus.
No, they were younger women, and it was like, and they were all. Well, there's actually four. I think there were four. Yeah, I think there were four girls in the movie, and they were all learning about witchcraft, and then one of them turns bad, and they have this kind of.
Oh.
But it was from the mid '90s, but I can't remember the name of it now. I can visualize all the people.
I remember the Blair Witch Project. But
that
was a little later.
Yeah,
but I think I don't think anyone walked away from that and thought, "Wow, I want to be a witch." Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Certainly not Blair Witch one. No.
But now, like, I actually know people from high school that will have in their Instagram bio, like, where they're from, school they graduated from, a list of all of their, their occupation, and then at the bottom, which. Like, that's actually something that people label themselves as.
So that's after or before their pronouns?
Usually after.
Okay.
Pronouns get thrown precedence at the top. But.
Yeah, for sure, of course.
But,
let's get your priorities straight.
Well,
but people can hold whatever beliefs they want, but I think you're actually dabbling with stuff and so it's just one of those things in culture where it's like, okay, it's more than just it's a trendy thing. I think you're dabbling in things and opening some doors there.
yeah.
I would agree very much with that statement, because these things, and there's also symbolisms that people do that they've seen in popular culture, and they don't know why they're doing them. Like things like people go put their one hand over one eye, or I've also seen like young kids wear like T-shirts with an owl on, and they don't understand the symbolism of the owl. There's esoteric meaning behind that. They don't understand. Like some of their pop stars do these hand things, and they don't understand the esoteric aspect. So there's also is a corollary to let's get the fun witch kit. It's like the big thing that was big back in the day was the Ouija board, and everybody let's get the Ouija board. It'll be fun.
No, you're messing with something there.
And I agree. And people, because they see it in the form of something they could buy off the shelf,
right,
at their local department store, they think, fine, it's harmless. What could it do? And then people have had experiences with the Ouija board. I know my mom did the Ouija board at one point, and she got very upset with some of the stuff that happened in her experience with that board.
Wow.
Well, and a lot of the fascination with this is, like, the overarching theme of it is secret and hidden knowledge that I want to obtain that other people don't have, the secret knowledge. And I guess I'm going to get a little theological here, but that roots back to Satanism, because it goes back to about the story with the serpent basically enticing Adam and Eve with, like, hey, that if you eat from this tree, you obtain all of this knowledge, you can be like God. And that's where a lot of Luciferian and satanic ideas come from, is this hidden knowledge, and I want to be like God, I want to be my own God. That's it. All is tied together. So,
well, what this for me is a big problem and a big red flag is that the people, a lot of times, especially kids, do this because they think it's cool, or they think it's kind of a rebellious, edgy thing, and they don't understand what they might be getting themselves into, and so they're playing with fire, but they think they're actually, it's something safe, so they're lulled into a false sense of security of what they're doing and getting into, and no one's telling them, no, wait a minute, there could be more deeper consequences to what you're doing, and you're not aware of it because it's been marketed to you like it's just a fun little activity, and it's a lot more than that.
Right.
Same with the symbolism in pop culture too. There's a lot of deep symbolism there that the kids don't know about, but they're embracing it.
They're being subjected to it, and
they're also embracing it, but they don't know what they're really embracing.
I see a lot of I've seen a lot of tattoos where, like, on the back of someone's neck, someone just has the Illuminati, or like the eye, it's like, and it's like, did they get that because they know the meanings and behind it, or just because it looks cool?
Right.
Yeah, well, I'm probably doing because they think it looks cool and they think it's like from some sort of edgy sort of.
Yeah,
they're stuck with it,
and then it's on your body for the rest of your life.
Wow.
Sorry, do you feel like you're in a bit of a tennis match? Because I don't know if you. I thought a couple of times it looked like you wanted to contribute.
You guys are doing a great
something.
job here, just going back and forth. I think both of you could talk about pop culture pretty well, and I could just sit on the sidelines. You guys should do a show together someday.
Yeah, maybe we will for you. Maybe we'll do that for you.
Well, I could read the scripture.
I was just going to say that. Yeah,
this might be a way to just kind of maybe empty ourselves after that conversation. So Ephesians 6:11 and 12. Put on the full armor of God so that you will be able to stand firm against the schemes of the devil. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the powers, against the world forces of this darkness. world forces of this darkness, against the spiritual forces of the wickedness in the heavenly places.
This truly is a variety show. You never know what you're going to get.
Never know what you're going to get.
Whatever
Yeah.
episode you tap on or click on.
So thanks for coming out, guys. Happy Halloween. You get a lot of candy. I will be in South Dakota when this airs. So take care. Thanks for listening. This is the Smorgasbord Radio Show.